कितीही येऊ द्या अवघड मिशन, मागे हटणार नाही आमचं कोकण.
भेटू संकट सोडू तन मन, शिकून मोठं व्हायचं हा एकच पण. कारण आमच्या सोबत आहे कोकणचं महाचॅनल सिंधुदुर्ग लाईव्हचं खास मिशन.
स्मार्ट कोकणचं डिजिटल एज्युकेशन.
अत्याधुनिक स्टुडिओतून टीचिंग, वाडी वस्तीपर्यंत पोहोचलेलं केबल टीव्ही नेटवर्क,
लाखो दर्शकांशी जोडलेलं यूट्यूब चॅनल, फेसबुक पेज आणि लाईव्ह टीव्हीचं ऍप.
म्हणूनच आता ई लर्निंगचं नवं समीकरण.
स्मार्ट कोकणचं डिजिटल एज्युकेशन. पहा फक्त कोकणचं महाचॅनल सिंधुदुर्ग लाईव्ह वर.
Hi all, today we are going to start our topic reproduction in lower and higher animals from class 12th. This is our second topic and myself Dr. Ajay Maruti Kamath, RPD Junior College, Sawantwadi. So reproduction in lower and higher animals. In this diagram you can see a mother is there at gestation period and the side image shows the presence of ovum surrounded by number of sperms. So what we are going to study in this topic? So first of all we are going to study asexual reproduction. After that the male reproductive system. Second will be the female reproductive system. Next will be gametogenesis. Next will be menstrual cycle. Next will be fertilization and implantation, pregnancy and embryonic development, parturition and lactation, reproductive health, birth control. You have some STDs, that is nothing but sexually transmitted diseases and infertility. So we will start. That is sexual reproduction in animals. What are the things included here? First one, that is nothing but formation of gametes, which is said to be the gametogenesis, where there is male gamete and female gamete. Both gametes are taking part and they unite, that is nothing but they fuse to form a zygote, that is nothing but fertilization. And here there are two phases in animal. One is juvenile phase, which is pre-reproductive maturity phase. At this phase actually the organisms develop or the physical growth is taking place, which leads to the maturity of organism towards their reproduction process, which is followed by next process, that is nothing but reproductive maturity phase. And here again there are two types of breeding patterns. What are those? One is seasonal breeders. Some animals start their breeding at a specific season only, and such breeders are said to be the seasonal breeders. For example, goat, sheep, etc. And some organisms or some animals are continuous breeders, that is humans and apes. So let us see what are the events included in sexual reproduction. First event is nothing but gametogenesis, that is formation of gametes, that is male and female gamete, said to be the gametogenesis. Now if it is a sexual reproduction, then you are known that there is transfer of sperms is taking place from one, that is nothing but from male to the female, and this transfer is said to be the insemination. Now the transferred sperm, that is nothing but male gamete, unites with or fuses with female gamete, which leads into the formation of zygote. This process is called as fertilization, which is followed by a multiple divisions, that is the zygote divides and redivides. So first of all it develops into blastocyst. Now this blastocyst will attaches to the uterine wall, and that process is said to be the implantation. Now the embryo will starts developing. It will starts developing gradually. That is said to be the gestation period. And last one is nothing but after the embryo, when it becomes fully developed or matures, there is delivery of baby, said to be the parturition. So first of all, let us see male reproductive system. Male reproductive system consists of a pair of testes, a pair of vasa deferens, single urethra, single penis, and some accessory glands. So here in this diagram you can see a pair of testes, internal side. Here you can see vasa deferens, ejaculatory duct, penis, urethra. This is the another diagram. Now let us see about testes. Testes are mesodermal in origin, and the dimension, that is the size of the testis, ranges from 4 to 5 centimeter in length, 2.5 centimeter in width, and 3 centimeter in thickness, and it weighs about 10 to 15 grams, and they are oval in structure. They are extra abdominal in position. It contains highly coiled structure said to be the seminiferous tubules. These testes are connected with scrotum sac by a fibromuscular band called as gubernaculum, and from the abdomen testes descend in 7th month, during the fetal 7th month. Now what is scrotum? Scrotum are the sacs which consist of two compartments separated by a septum, and it is connected with abdominal by inguinal canals. It is covered with a smooth muscles called as dartus tunic, which are highly pigmented, and this scrotum protects and maintains the temperature of testes. The tearing of inguinal tissue leads into the formation of the abnormality called as hernia, that is inguinal hernia, and another one is cryptorchidism, means nothing but testis failure to descend from abdominal, which results into sterility. Another abnormality is nothing but hydrocele, that is nothing but collection of fluid in tunica vaginalis, is said to be the hydrocele. Here you can see some diagrams or photographs where you can find the inguinal hernia, this one, now let us see histology of testis. So the outermost covering of testis is covered with tunica vaginalis, which is external outermost covering. Incomplete peritoneal covers, which is made up of the epithelial as well as collagenous connective tissue, and this indicates the origin of testis is nothing but abdominal origin. It is followed by tunica albuginea, which is the inner and made up of the fibrous and connective tissue. Last layer is nothing but tunica vascularis, which consists of number of capillaries. Now these testes, in here diagram you can see easily, this is the side view or LS of testis. Here you can see testis is divided into number of compartments, and these are said to be the testicular lobules. Each one is said to be testicular lobules. Within the testicular lobules, you can find a highly coiled tubes. These tubes are said to be the seminiferous tubules. They are again internally lined by germinal epithelium, which are made up of the cuboidal cells. Within testis, there are majorly two types of cell. One is Sertoli cell, another one is nothing but Leydig cells and spermatogonia. Here the spermatogonia you can see easily in diagram and followed by the Sertoli cells. These Sertoli cells are pyramidal in shape. They are pyramidal in shape, elongated and responsible to nourish developing spermatogenic cells. And spermatogenic cells are forming 4 to 8 layers. They divide several times and differentiate to produce spermatozoa. Here in diagram you can see different developmental stages of spermatozoa. Primary spermatocyte, which again develops into secondary spermatocyte. Next one is spermatid. There are also interstitial cells or Leydig cells, which are discovered by Frank van Leydig, which are present in between seminiferous tubules, and the role of such cells is to secrete testosterone, which is nothing but male hormone. Next one, number of seminiferous tubules come together, aggregate, and here in diagram you can see it will form a rete testis. Rete testis further forms vasa efferentia. Vasa efferentia further forms epididymis, which is C-shaped structure, and epididymis further leads into vasa deferens. This one, vasa deferens. So let us see in details about epididymis. Epididymis is convoluted tube about 6 meter long and divided into 3 parts. First one is head, which is present here above. This is one is head. Next one followed by the body. This one is body, and at the base is said to be the tail or cauda epididymis. So let us see one by one. Head or caput of epididymis is a part which is present at the at the top of the testis, which provides nutrition and physiological maturation of the sperms is taking place within the head. Body epididymis, which is middle, from where the sperms get transferred or they get travelled to the tail part, and here the tail part, which is lowermost situated and wider, it temporarily stores the developed sperms. Next one is vasa deferens. Vasa deferens is made up of the thick muscular wall. Before entering the prostate gland, the sperms travels through vasa deferens. It carries the sperm from epididymis up to the ejaculatory duct. And now the next part is urethra. Urethra starts from the bladder and it ends or passes through penis and comes outside. Next one is penis. Penis is nothing but erectile copulatory organ with expanded tip. That tip is called as glans penis. It is covered by a loose fold called as foreskin. It contains, or it is made up of the three types of tissue. In diagram I will show you. There are three types of tissue. Two cylinders which are placed side by side said to be the corpora cavernosa. Here in diagram you can see corpora cavernosa, two sidely placed. At one cylinder, the corpus cavernosum of the urethra or corpus spongiosum along the ventral side. Here you can see. These are covered by dense connective tissue tunica albuginea. It is both are covered with tunica albuginea, and the penis here carries both urine as well as the semen. Hence, it is urinogenital tract. Besides this, human reproductive system, that is specifically male reproductive system, consists of or associated with some accessory glands. What are those? Let us see. Out of that, one is nothing but seminal vesicles. Seminal vesicles is a type of accessory gland. They are present in pair and they are placed posterior to urinary bladder. They are responsible to secrete a sugar said to be the fructose along with the citrate, inositol, prostaglandins, fibrinogen, and also several proteins. It constitutes about 60% of total semen. The product of the testis, that is the spermatozoa and prostate gland, seminal vesicle, are collectively known as semen. Now, the function of seminal vesicle is nothing but it stimulates the vaginal contraction, helps in fusion of gametes. It also acts as a source of energy and it helps for coagulation of semen, and very important role is also found in forensic test. That is nothing but when a lady is raped by someone, that victim or the person can be identified by the content of fructose within the tract. Next accessory gland is nothing but prostate gland. Prostate gland is of golf ball sized, chestnut shape, and it is spongy. It consists of 20 to 30 lobes. It secretes milky alkaline fluid which constitutes about 25% of the total semen, and it nourishes the sperm. What is the role? The role is nothing but it neutralizes the acidity and make the sperm motile. Next is nothing but Cowper's gland. They are also said to be the bulbourethral glands. These secrete a clear alkaline fluid. It also consists of the mucus for lubrication and neutralizes the acidity of urine in urethra. So, for today this much only about male reproductive system, and in next lecture we are going to study about female reproductive system. Thank you.
तुम्हाला जर हा व्हिडिओ आवडला असेल तर लाईक करा, शेअर करा आणि सबस्क्राईब करायला विसरू नका.